Howdy folks, Justin here. We are happening right back into Chaos Arena with our Sorcerer deck. We have a Supreme Atromancer and a bunch of stuff. Nothing great. Our top end is a Heirloom Greatsword, a Swamp Leviathan, a Shocking Wamasu, and the Supreme Atromancer. But yeah, it's just a bunch of medium value creatures that we are trying to take as far as we can. We're playing against M. Rachel. That's what I plan on looking like in a few years. Guards on the left side have +1/+1. They're playing Mage. This looks totally playable. We'll lead off the Ashlander in the field lane, and if you're new to the game, welcome. And Ashlander should go wherever it's most likely to get killed. That would be my advice. Lesser Ward, one of the least exciting cards in my deck. Certainly not good when you're the aggressor, but might be able to find some use for it as time goes on here. But we'll play the Dumber Nightblade next turn, almost certainly, and go about our business. I was going to say, if you have a Firebolt, you should just Firebolt that right now.
By dawn and dusk, I move as a shadow.
Been enjoying the show Legion. Still have last week's episode to watch, but looking forward to it a lot. Only like 2 episodes left, too. I kind of like these short seasons of shows. And speaking of shows, Sandra has introduced me to American Horror Story. We are 1 or 2 episodes away from the end of the first season. Been watching that on Netflix. Had to take yesterday off because went like 24 hours without internet. But I am really enjoying that show. So this is actually pretty cool. I don't think he firebolts this, so I'm not going to play the Lesser Ward yet. But because you kind of don't mind your Dunmer Nightblades getting killed, but this allows us with the Lesser Ward in hand to make almost certainly some kind of favorable trade next turn. And with a deck as mediocre as this one is, I think you kind of want to squeeze your value from every place you can. And I'll definitely trade a Lesser Ward for a Dunmer Nightblade. The other play next turn is Lightning Bolt on something. Although I'd kind of like to keep that for a while since the only other card in my hand is a 7-drop, and it's a 7-drop that is basically our finisher. We have a Supreme Atromancer, but no guarantee we're drawing that guy anytime soon. That's the look of a man who can't decide to firebolt this or not, or maybe he has a Lesser Ward of his own.
Careful there, friend.
Ooh, he's got a Ward Crafter. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to swing here. Hope I get lucky.
Die, Outlander.
Okay.
Mud and mayhem.
That looks alright. He can put his sword on his token or not and do whatever he wants, but our hand is so trashy.
Blood will spill into the breach.
This looks good for us. I was mistaken. We need that spirit right now. Oh no, we didn't draw it. Oh man. Well, this is not looking good. I mean, we can Heirloom Greatsword up our 2/2 next turn, but I think we've lost this game. Brett and Conjure. And it's a 6/6 because it's a guard. That value. Okay.
Acknowledge.
Well,
I used to be an adventurer like you.
interesting.
By dawn and dusk, I move
Okay.
as a shadow.
That feels pretty good.
the shot for shot. Found you. Oh.
So this, I buffed that because if he gets the Iron Sword, he can put. Oh, he already has an Iron Sword, doesn't he? He hasn't played it yet. Yeah, I screwed up. I was thinking I don't want to make it easier for him to put his Iron Sword on here to trade into that, but forgot that he already has an Iron Sword. Oh man, whoops.
All too simple.
You know, Firebolt. Or an Ice Storm, maybe? Ice Storm would be great for me. I'd just Lightning Bolt that in a heartbeat. With no life gain in our deck, I'm not thrilled by getting this low when my opponent has 5 cards in hand. If he drops to 11, we're going to have some serious problems. But we're getting the slow roll, which I suppose is better than the emote spam, which is
Do not test me, knave.
also popular lately.
Feel my sting.
I have to assume we're finished here. Maybe he was an Ash Servant. Soul Sport. Right. Thank God you took your whole turn to do that, man. That was good. Good on you.
I stand to serve.
I keep a spare blade
By
in my
dawn and dusk, I move as a shadow.
It doesn't really matter. I'll lose.
Found you.
Good game. Hopefully he takes till the end of the turn to this one too, so we know that it's not just an anomaly, that he really is a great player.
I'm all thumbs.
Oh, we can survive at 1. He has swords in his hand, and we know he does. Yeah, make sure you put them all down. Yeah. When you slow roll, you don't get the good game. Okay, so we are at 3-2. Not a great record, unfortunately.
Time for another
Them's the breaks. That time we were just pretty much defeated. We never caught up to where our opponent was at. Opponent had was in control of that game pretty much the whole time. So it's okay. I mean, you know, I feel okay about those kinds of losses. Playing against Gab94, the Prophet.
This should
See what we got here. We got a funky tree and a bonfire. So when you summon a creature on the left, friendly creatures gain its keywords. Summon a creature on the right, reduce the cost of a card in your hand by 1. Awesome. I will throw it all back. I want 2 drops so I can start reducing the cost of my cards. Did not succeed at all there, but that's alright. You know, if we have to Moment of Clarity next turn, we have to Moment of Clarity next turn. Got a little cheesecake hanging from a tree. Deadly Draugr. Okay. I will take a Shrieking Harpy. And the Discounted Merchant's Camel's pretty cool too.
The longer the odds, the sweeter.
Yeah, you got it. Let's just stall it out. And it triggered, which is great. We got a 1-cost Moment of Clarity and a 3-cost Camel now, which is pretty nice. Outside of a Skooma, you know, the drug-dealing cat that gives other creatures lethal, we should be pretty solid here. I kind of want to just Tome of Alteration. Seems pretty good for us.
face my blade.
Keeps him from just easily making this trade. I mean, if he has a Leaf Lurker, we're double blown out. Murkwater Savage.
Of course, I'm on your
Into
side.
Mournhold Trader. Unless you have a finish off that costs 0 magicka, that was not the greatest move I've ever seen.
do this.
A little bit of a bummer that didn't trigger. We'll play the camel though. Feel like we need a silence effect.
Face my blade.
I will definitely do that though. At a reduced cost on my Swamp Leviathan, so that's an option to drop down next turn.
The waters of life.
Sure. Sure. Yeah. Let's just Swamp Leviathan. We have so many more cards than our opponent. I don't mind taking a little damage here at all. We got a lot of great stuff coming up. You know, you swing there. Maybe you swing here and have a Leaf Lurker, or you just push some face damage. A 0-cost Soul Rest Marshal into a Murkwater Butcher. Okay. You got it.
You swim in deep waters.
By dawn and dusk, I move as a shadow. By dawn and dusk, I move as a shadow.
Oh. I think we're actually in the market for a Ransack right now. Okay. So we got Wamasu, we got Spectre, we got Ransack, we are looking pretty good. You gotta do this at least, right? I'll take it. I can Wamasu down just about anything. No play from our opponent. Okay.
Death to dry skins.
Feel my sting.
Let's shed some light on the problem.
Yeah, I'll just pass the turn. Put the Atromancer over here, so we reduce the cost to 2 cards. We can Ransack something my opponent plays. Sure.
The ambition of the Telvanni knows no bounds.
Yeah, I'll just gain some RF.
I have you now.
Just wait a second on everything else. We got so much damage in our hand, too. We're at 16. I don't know what we're worried about anymore. So, let's do it.
Elements, I summon thee.
Let's get those sweet discounts. Looks like it hit the Iron Sword.
I keep a spare blade in
Some
my
more discounts.
I have you now.
I bow to your
Yeah.
victory.
Okay. Cool. So that, I mean, you know, if you've watched me play for a while, you probably know, like, I have a certain, like, way I like to play the game, and that is to just gain complete board control. Is how I'm most comfortable playing, and that game went exactly as I like to play. We are on the edge right now. I mean, we're one loss away from our Chaos Arena run ending. You know, the deck's doing okay. We'll see if we can't get one more win out of it, get the 5 wins I was hoping for. Playing against Zaciel, Zac Isle. We got babies with fountains coming out of their eyes. We got leprechauns. Okay, creatures with power 2 left, 2 or less on the left get ward. Creatures summoned on the right get random keywords. So this should be ridiculous. I'm actually glad this came back, because right as it was going away, I was like, you know what, I got the ring. I should probably keep this. But we will definitely start off with a henchman with ward. Yeah.
Blood on the waters.
Alright. Next turn might be Moment of Clarity. Yeah. actually,
Let's do this.
wards for days. So how do we get punished here? Murkwater Witch, Curse, Firebolt. Those would be the big offenders.
My friend would like to say hello.
Sure.
Your destruction is at hand.
Okay.
Scales move in shadow. Mud and mayhem.
Wow, Divine Fervor is amazing. But Slaughterfish spawning is really good, too. And the fact that I could give a Slaughterfish a ward
Destruction is at hand.
kind of puts it over the top for me. I really like having the 3/3 with ward over here. I should do a pretty good job of holding that lane down for a minute. Yeah.
Honor and praise.
Maybe not as long as I was hoping for, I guess.
Outlander.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
If I fall, the heat will sustain me.
Okay.
Die, Outlander.
I feel like that with Drain is way more valuable.
I have you now.
Than this is. So I'm just going to let him do his thing here. If he wants to spend 2 cards to get rid of that, that's fine. Your only other hope is to get lucky here.
Die.
And hopefully that goes face. Perfect. Yep, that didn't work out for you very well at all. Yeah, so that's going to eat one of our guys. That's a bummer,
I used to be an
but you know, it
adventurer
is what
like
it is.
you.
That gets Drain. But you didn't gain life from that, did you?
Away with you.
That's interesting. Okay. That's a good draw.
I keep a spare blade in my belt. I have you now.
I have to play something.
Who's causing
I don't feel good about this, but I mean, I just want to keep the pressure moving. I don't know. I don't know if that was a good play. I think it's probably not. I can lay down Swamp Leviathan over here next turn. Maybe just lightning bolts this. Ooh, shoot. It's got guard. That accomplished nothing. I don't know what I was hoping to pull off there, but it wasn't that. That's all bad. That sucks. Ooh, and the Reaper. Alright, let's get a Prophecy creature over here. That's not terrible.
Who's causing trouble?
Charge. Okay, I think I completely punted this game. I don't even really have a good explanation for what I just did.
If I fall, the east will return
Yeah.
me.
Yep. Everyone's on assassin today. That's not gonna do it. And you just go face. Well, crap. Let's hope for a guard creature out of this.
I summon thee.
Okay, we got a guard. We get another one. Awesome.
Paula, guide me.
Yeah. Don't have 1 damage from hand. It's alright, game's over. There you go, Shadow Shift. Okay. Well, we did what we could. I'm sorry this video was so short and unexciting. I might just edit these together because this was not not particularly entertaining. I'm sorry, it looks like my camera's been sort of in a weird position all day. Had to move it around a little bit when I was filming that orc preview video, so apologies about that. Anyway, let's get our rewards. That was pretty disappointing. You're right, Shagorath. Let's see what we get here. Alright. We got a Bog Lurcher, a Cruel Fire Bloom, and a pack of cards, and 40 gold. That's one of the worst rewards I have ever gotten in Arena. And we got a Young Mammoth. Awesome. Alright, well, hey, thanks for joining me. Sorry that was so uneventful, and I will see you all on the